Mata Prakriti.
Namaste to all my dear friends. Welcome, welcome. I'm extremely happy to see you all after almost 6 months.
Namaste. Yes, it was a moment of joy when we decided to meet today. The two in your house.
Yes, the choice of this is all the more special given the cooking skills of your mother.
Yes, I agree with you. Quite nostalgic.
I'm already hungry.
Okay, then come. Let's have a good meal first and then continue our chat.
After eating, we have tasted your mom's food many times before this. It has always been awesome, no question about it. But today, however, I felt it was much more delicious. It was less spicy, yet much tastier. I don't know why. Yes, I also felt in that way, but thought I was only different. Same here.
Thank you all for your appreciation. Quite significant observation indeed, and it's spot on. Let me reveal the secret behind this. I have to take it to the terrace before I disclose the matter.
After reaching the terrace,
See, this is my organic terrace garden.
splendid!
Looks brilliant. Thank you. This is the reason why I was not available for the past 6 months, and also the reason behind the enhanced taste of the food that we had. I was completely focused on this after I realized the significance of Paryavarana Vijnanam.
Paryavarana Vijnanam? Vijnanam is science, right?
Yes, you're right. Paryavarana Vijnanam means environmental science.
What have you come to realize about it that you have got so engrossed in it?
I'm happy that you asked it. I realized that the roots of it are in the Vedas, but I used to think that it was a modern branch of study. Paryavarana Vijnanam Vedebhyaha Udhrutaha.
Do we have any reference for it?
Ample actually. Mata Bhumihi Pitro Aham Prithivyaha. I am the son of Mother Earth, says the Atharva Veda.
Hey, I just recollect something from somewhere. Yate Bhume Vikanami Shipram Tadapi Rohatu. I think this is from the Atharva Veda if I am not wrong.
Yes, it is. Good that you remember it. It would be great if you explain the meaning as well.
Sure, I can. Whatever is taken from the earth for consumption, it should be written immediately or grown again.
Totally agree.
If you are talking about resources, don't you think water is the most important among these resources?
Of course it is. That is why it is said as Jalam Amritatulyam Bhavati. Water is equal to nectar. It is the elixir of life.
Yes, our Shastras emphasize that before taking a dip in a holy river, one has to take a shower before that. Apsu Ashodam Nakarnitam says Taitriya Aranyakam.
Yeah. Even our Smriti text says, Jalam na pradyushayet. Water should not be polluted.
Also, polluted refers to be the root cause of many diseases. Its conservation is crucial.
According to the Rig Veda, it is stated as Vataha Asmakam Pita. Air, prana, is like a father, the bestower of life. All the 5 pranas and upapranas play a vital role in contributing to a healthy mind and body. It carries the medicinal aroma of all the herbs and also transfers healing energy to everyone.
Whoa! I find this discussion super interesting. Now in order to enrich it more, let me ask you all a good question from Mahabharata's Yaksha Prashna. Ko Aditihi Sarva Bhutana. Who is the guest of all living creatures?
Sorry, no idea.
The answer Yudhishthira says is Agni. Fire. Fire is the universal guest.
Yes, it is undoubtedly the fire god, and hence Agnihotra is deemed as a primordial dharma. In the Bhagavad Gita also, Bhagavan Krishna says, Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Deham Asritaha Pranapana Samanayuktaha Parchamyanam Chaturvidam. I reside as a Chaturarmi inside all human beings and digest the food consumed.
Hey, now that we spoke about the Panchabuddhas, we have mentioned air, Vayu, water, Jalam, fire, Agni, and earth, Prithvi. What about space or either than last in the list?
Certainly not. Our Shruti passage observes that Atmanaha Akashaha Sambhutva. Ether emerged out of the Atma. Also, Akasha is all pervading and without it, nothing can exist.
Yes,
authority opines that proper balance between the five elements in the body is the root cause of good health. From sleep is the key balancing the ether element and the also responsible for proper hearing.
So friends, I feel this is the most informative and meaningful discussion we have ever had before.
But now I have a question. What actually is the meaning of discussing so much? It is only meaningful when we actually do something about it.
Yes, I do agree. We must try to do what best we can do so that the damage is lessened and the awareness is taken to many, so that the impact of the whole process is higher, deeper and further. Say for instance, replacing use and throw boxes, plates, bags, etc. with reusable resources and carrying our own vessels, boxes, plates, wherever we go to buy any eatables and any other such things.
Yes, just like a satsang breakfast setup. How thoughtful. This leads to a certain discipline and awareness eventually.
Also, the use of baby diapers and many more are matter to be looked into. Little physical effort and immunity to laziness and negligence can make a world of difference.
Yes, charity begins at home, right?
So, we hope that all of you would certainly join us in the walk to establish the Vedic statements on Paryavara Vijnanam in our minds. And as D.A.Vians, do our part in perceiving the Paryavana, which is nothing but the Pancha Mahabhutas, thereby nurturing and protecting our physical and mental health and well-being. This is what is stated in Tamil as Andathil ullade, Pindathilum ulladu.
So my dear friends and audience, please do remember Prithivyam, Trini, Ratnani, Jalam, Annam, Subhashitam.
Dhanyavada.
அனைவருக்கும் என் இனிய காலை வணக்கங்கள். நான் அமிர்தா 7ஆம் வகுப்பு அ பிரிவில் படிக்கின்றேன். நான் இன்று இறைவா உனையின்றி துணை காணேன் என்ற பாடலின் பொருள் கூற வந்துள்ளேன். இப்பாடலின் பொருள் யாதெனில், அங்கேற்கேனாதபடி எங்கும் நீங்க மர நிறைந்திருக்கும் இறைவனை அன்றி நற்றுணையாவது எது? பரம்பொருள் பதங்களை பற்றுவதே ஆறுயிரின் ஆறுதலுக்கு வழி. கருவாகி உரு தந்து உயிர் தந்த இறைவன் அருளே நமக்கு பெறுதற்கரிய வரமாகும். பரம்பொருளின் திறனை பரம்பொருளை அறிந்திட எளிய உயிரினால் இயலுமோ? அவ்வாறே இறைமையை கற்று அறிந்தவுடன் இறைவனை நீங்கிட இயலுமோ? நிலையில்லாத சுழலும் உலகில் நிலையானதையும் நிலையற்றதையும் அறிவார் யார்? நிலையில்லாத இவ்வாழ்வின் தன்மை உணர்ந்தவர் யார்? இங்கும் அங்குமாய் தேடி அலையும் மனதை அடக்கி சலனமில்லா நிலை சேர்ந்தவர் யார்? இதுவும் அன்றி அதுவும் அன்றி பக்தி ஒன்றே பரம்பொருளை அடையும் வழி என்று நன்றாய் ஒரு வழி சேர்ந்தவர் யார்? இறைவன் அருளால் இறைவனை பணிவோம், இச்சகம் தனில் இன்புற்று வாழ்வோம். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Namaste all. I am Hanitra Mama, standing before you to present the meaning of the Tamil devotional song, which will be sung shortly by the students of D.A.V. Gill Nagar from classes 6 to 8. O Almighty, you are omnipresent. One finds truth, peace and comfort only by seeking your feet. The grace of God is the greatest blessing, which many ordinary people fail to appreciate. Once we grasp the significance of this grace, it becomes impossible to turn away from you. In a world that is constantly changing, distinguishing between the permanent and
and the temporary is challenging. Few truly understand the essence of the fleeting life, and many struggle to control their emotion in their life. And many struggle to control their emotion in their life, in their pursuit of the divine. It is only through devotion that one can reach God and His grace. Let us pray to Him. This devotion will lead us to lasting happiness. This song is written and composed by our music master, Dr. Parthasarathi sir.
Matric. Namaste. We the students of class 6 to 8 of D.A.V. Gill Nagar are here to present a Hindi bhajan. I, Charita, stand before you all to tell the meaning of this bhajan. O Supreme Power, grant us the strength to be good human beings. Your grace and blessings helps us to follow good path, which in turn will fetch us good name and fame. Though we all come from different castes and religion, we unite in prayers. Guide us to follow the path of righteous wisdom and enlighten our mind with intelligence. Thank you.
Sana
Varnam Tamasaha Parasta Tame Viditva Timrityumeti Na Anya Pantha Vidyate Yanaya. Respected audience present here today, and children from the Gill Nagar campus, respected principal, headmistress ma'am, and others. Very nice program for all of you, led by Partha sir. Thank you everyone, and please give a round of applause for all the acharyas. Also good to see a lot of parents here who have come here to encourage the children. So today, for the next about 10 minutes, let's discuss about one of the most important questions that mankind grapples with. What do you think it would be? Those are 2-3 most important questions that mankind grapples with. What comes to your mind?
Is God really there?
Is God there? Okay. What else? Is karma working? Okay.
What is our aim in life?
What is our aim in life?
Then why are we behind technology and being financial like?
By applying technology. Okay. So now the question, all these are absolutely valid questions. Also one very, very important question is, who am I? Who am? Who am I? Isn't it? Right? That's a deep question that mankind has been grappling with, right, for ages. Because overall, when I say who are you or who am I, the most simplest answer is what? Giving our name. Isn't it? But is there more to it? Right? Who exactly are you? Who am I? So, if you take a step back and think about this question, who am I? You have the name, but behind them, what is there? A face? Isn't it? That's how you also recognize people, isn't it? And you say, okay, this is so and so. So there is a face, or extending it further, there is a body. Isn't it? There is a body. Yes or no? This body that we have, can this be repaired? Can this body be repaired? Yes? No. To an extent, this body can be repaired. This body is, can I say this body is like a machine? Can I say that? No. Can I say this body is like a machine? In a way, it's a machine. No? So think about a car. Think about a car. What is there in a car? You fill fuel. Isn't it? You fill fuel in a car. And then what happens? Energy gets generated. Isn't it? And the car moves. And then you also have an exhaust system in a car. Isn't it? So all the waste that goes out of the exhaust system. Isn't it? In that sense, this body is also like a machine. Why? Because in this body also, what do you do? We eat food. That food does what? Converts into energy. Right? Which you do various actions, various things you perform. Right? And we also dispose waste. Isn't it? Right? So, car is also a machine. This body is also a machine. Are you okay? Are you okay? Okay with me now? Now, this machine, as we discussed, can be repaired. But can it always be repaired? It can be repaired to some extent, isn't it? You fall ill. That means what? The machine is not working. This machine is not working properly. And because this machine is not working properly, you go to a doctor. Right? Doctor gives you medicine. Sometimes you go for a surgery. Right? There is a problem in this machine, a major problem in the machine. You go for a surgery. All there is nothing but what? Repair job. So there is nothing but repairing of this machine. But as you agree, this machine cannot always be repaired. A young person, right, has a cardiac arrest, heart attack, passes away. You can decide to transplant every organ of the body, but this machine will not be able, you cannot repair the machine. Can you always repair a car? Possibly yes. Right? Even old vintage cars also you have, like 100-year-old cars, 200-year-old cars. You change the wheels, change the engine, right? You can still make even a 200-year-old car work. But this machine that we have, this body, this machine cannot always be repaired. So what is that point post which this machine cannot be repaired? We call it death, isn't it? But what does that mean? It means what? The body is still there. The machine is still there. But what is not there in the body now? Soul. This Atma is not there, is no longer there in the body. That consciousness is no longer there in the body. Right? So the moment this soul or the Atma leaves the body, then this body cannot be repaired. So do you agree that means there is something called the soul? Right? Which is a machine plus. So compared to a car, it is also a machine. Right? We have a machine plus a soul. What is the question you are trying to answer here? What is the larger question? Who am I? Right? So we said that I have a name, but behind the name there is a body. Behind the body there is a soul. There is an Atma. Are you with me till now? Let's move on further. Are we only the body and the soul, or is there something more? So now, tell me one thing. You have a car. Car weighs how many kilograms? How much do you think the car weighs? How much is it? Weight of a car. Average. It's roughly about 1,000 kgs. Roughly about 1,000 kgs. Quite heavy, isn't it? How are you able to move this car? 1,000 kgs. How are you able to move? Because the car has a engine. Car has a engine. This soul and the body, right? We saw these two things as of now. This body also needs to have an engine. The soul is able to drive this body with the help of an engine. You have a train, isn't it? How many coaches? How many coaches? 125 coaches. Right? Pulled by what? Pulled by one engine. So this body also needs an engine. What do you call this engine? Mind. And what do you also call it? Say in Tamil or Hindi? You call it? What do you call mind in Tamil? Manas. You call it Manas? Isn't it? Or we call it Mana. Mana, Manas, mind. Right? There is nothing but like an engine. You can imagine this mind to be like a super chip. When you have this phone, right? This phone is quite big. Common sense is still large. But in this, what is the most important component? There is a SIM or a microchip. Take a laptop, we have a microchip, isn't it? And without that chip, it will not work. So this mind is like a microchip within the body. So now what are the concepts we understood? We have a name. Behind the name there is a body. Behind the body there is a soul. And then there is the mind. Are you with me? Now, you all enjoy ice cream? Yes. Now when you eat an ice cream, My question is, who enjoys the ice cream? Is it the body? Is it the mind? Is it the soul? You saw three concepts here now? Body, mind and soul. So who enjoys the wonderful ice cream? Mind. How many think is the mind? How many think mind enjoys that ice cream? Raise your hands, okay? Be right or wrong, don't worry about it. What do you all think? Mind enjoys the ice cream? Soul enjoys the ice cream? Or the body? When they say body is a tongue, that is like you know a tongue, no? Right? It looks nice, cold, it's very nice sensation. How many of you think it is the tongue or the body? Tongue, right? How many think it is the soul? Okay. So, think about it. This body is a machine we discussed about it. Isn't it? This tongue is a part of the body. Isn't it? Right? So, can a car enjoy ice cream? Can a car enjoy ice cream? No, isn't it? It cannot. So, when you eat this ice cream, your body is not enjoying the ice cream. The soul, the tongue does not enjoy the ice cream. It is not the mind also. Mind is like, I said, mind is like an engine. Mind is like a microchip. Can a microchip enjoy an ice cream? No. It is only the soul. It is the Atma. Right? It is the Atma alone that enjoys the ice cream, that has the sukha. When you say enjoy, it is a sukha, isn't it? Happiness. That is the dukkha. Right? All this is by whom? It is felt by the soul. So you saw how many concepts till now? Body, mind, and soul. And the larger question we are trying to answer is, who am I? Now, let's look at a dog and a human being and compare. Does a dog have a body? Yes. Does a dog have an atma? Why? Why do you feel dog has an atma? Body I understand. Body I understand. Right? Dog also has a body. It's like a dog machine, no? Dog also eats, generates energy, and releases waste. Does dog have an atma or a soul? Yes. No or yes? Yes. Why? Because as we discussed with regard to human beings, even a dog's body can be repaired up to a certain point of time. Right? We will take it to a vet doctor. But after a certain point, even a dog's body cannot be repaired. A dog dies. Its body can no longer be repaired. So dog also has a body? Dog also has a soul? Does dog also have a small microchip? Like the mind? Yes. Dog also has a small microchip like the way we do. So dog also has a mind. Right? Human beings also have a body, soul and mind. Dog also has body, soul and mind. So now what's the difference? Here it's both are common. Isn't it? So what's the difference?
The way of differentiating between the right and wrong.
Way of between right and wrong. Good. So we human beings, we saw body, sharir, atma, manas. I'm now taking our native language terms, those Sanskritized terms. Right? There is a sharir, there is atma, and there is a manas. We say one more thing we have. What is that? We use another word called buddhi. Use a word called buddhi or not? Right? What do you call it in English? Intellect. Right? And we use the word buddhi. Right? Now what is this buddhi? Buddhi is intellect. Do animals have no intellect? No? They have no little bit. Yes or no? Animals also to some extent. What animals have is what we call natural instinct. What we have is intellect. Difference between the two. What is the difference? See, look at an animal. For example, you know what? A calf, right? A cow's little one. A calf can swim on day one. Can swim on day one. Can you human babies can swim? No. Calf can swim on day one. How? It did not learn a swimming lesson. How can it swim on day one? Natural instinct. Right? The way dogs smell. Natural instinct. The way a bird. Have you seen a nest? Do you see the engineering around the nest? It's an engineering marvel. You look at how the nest is put up, how the various straws are taken, right? How they are placed in such a nice manner that, right, that it can hold on the bird and the little ones and will not fall down. Right? There's a lot of engineering around it. But that is what? That is natural instinct. What we human beings have is almost zero natural instinct. We don't know anything. When a human boy, when a human baby is born, it knows nothing. It knows virtually nothing. But we have buddhi. This intellect that develops with what? That develops with knowledge. That develops with knowledge. That is why you and I go to school. And our dog does not go to a school. Isn't it? Why? Because for a dog that natural instinct is there, which is given by the Almighty when it is born. But it cannot really develop further. You may argue for dogs to take to training camps, etc. They can get bomb. Little bit they can. But can they solve a mathematics problem? Algebra problem? Geometry problem? No, not possible. Isn't it? So we human beings have a body, soul, mind and intellect or buddhi. Right? Animals have body, mind, soul and natural instinct. Beyond time, I will leave it here. There's one additional aspect which human beings have that we can call wisdom. One additional part, which is about right or wrong, that you mentioned very rightly. There is one additional layer that maybe we'll have it some other time. Okay. Any questions you have based on what we discussed? Yes.
Emotions and mind are same.
Emotions are largely felt by the soul. See, emotions means what? Anger, compassion, right? Anxiety, stress, all these are emotions. Isn't it? These emotions are felt by the soul, not by the mind. The mind helps you, but it is felt by the soul. Mind is like a microchip. A microchip cannot feel angry. A microchip cannot feel sad. Okay? But good question. Anyone else? Any questions?